believe in love. So why don't
Welcome. You're back with your host Precious on Sophie and Biz Dynasty with another exciting episode of Sophie Biz. You're here with your host Precious, of course. You know we are here to tell you who's who and who's doing what within your community. This show is so special to me.
I guess because it have information that could be used helping young people and even adults in their daily life.
Our show today is all about keeping it together. How and what is the ingredients that's used to keep two people together for such a long period of time where they can still even stand each other? Because we know most of the couples today, they don't even last a week. How old were you when you met your husband?
I was 12 years old when I met my husband.
You was 12 years old when you met your husband. That's beautiful. That's interesting, very interesting. And how and where did the actual meeting of your husband take place?
Well, as a child, I was away from my mom for a little while. And my mom came to get me, and we were on our way home. And while we were on our way home, I saw and met my husband. He was sitting on a hydrant, and when we passed, he winked his eye, he smiled, and he gave me a short wave.
Oh, you know, a lot of people don't believe in love sight. Some believe in it, some don't. Was it love at first sight for you? Do you believe that?
Definitely it was.
What made you believe that it was love at first sight? Give me a little in-depth about how you felt that made you say, okay, this is love at first sight. What made you feel that?
Well, that day in question when I saw my husband and he winked his eye and smiled at me, I smiled back. I was just a child. I was 12 years old. But there was something in my heart that beat. And I wouldn't forget it. It was a feeling as a child that I never had. And I remembered clearly. I smiled back at him, and in my mind, in my heart, I said, Lord, give me that guy for a husband. I was just 12 years old. And I don't know why I prayed that prayer, but I did. And God answered. So I know that it was love at first sight.
So your actual prayer was, Lord, give me that guy as a husband.
Definitely.
And he answered your prayer.
He did answer my prayer. Wow. I didn't even know at that time what I was praying for.
Exactly, at 12 years old. But their marriage. For the public out there that might need this and could probably use this as a very, very vital tool for them.
Well, sexual way. My main ingredients, to be honest, number one is put God in your life. When you have to make a choice, let God make that choice. Number two, you got to have communication. You got to have patience. You got to have understanding. And believe it or not, you got to have trust. Let me say something to the public. If you don't have trust, you don't have a marriage. Because there are people out there that they will come to you with things that could cause disturbance and eruption in your marriage. You have to know who you're married to. And when you meet somebody, let me advise you, if you fall in love with this person today, that's the person who they are today. And if you love them then, love them tomorrow. Love them thereafter. Don't expect that being married to you would change that person. You didn't marry to somebody else. You married to them. That was who they are when you married to them.